Hello, my lovely, lovely Leos. Okay, so we've got the sun column, the outside, external, what's going on, what we're showing people. Moon column, our instinct, things that have been hidden from us, things we're not aware of, subconscious, and things we're not showing other people. So this is for obviously the month of September. Can fit any time though, so let's get on with it, Leos. We've just come out of your season, so you'll be ready for a bit of a lie down because Leos are, they're out there. Firing on all cylinders is what I get. Go Leos, they are so the king of the jungle. It's not funny. I love them. Yeah, I love them. If you want something done, seriously, ask a Leo. Anyway, week 1. We start with a really interesting card. This deck is the Native American Tarot. And this card doesn't have a number, doesn't exist in any other deck, and it is Father Sky. To me, that is God, the Creator, Divine Source, whatever you want to call him, this is it. And you've got it, Leo. It's so Leo, it's ridiculous. First week, bang, straight out of the gates, we've got the divine looking down on you for the rest of the month, making sure you're okay and you're getting what you need. I love that because in the moon position, it's just like you couldn't pick this stuff, is the Fool card. So it's a brand new start, starting fresh. But if you look at this card, he's so typically Leo, it's not funny. The golden mane, he comes from the house of the lion, so he's the young lion, starting out fresh on a quest. But if you look at his eyes, in the moon position, he's terrified. So I think that's fantastic because it's so Leo. On the outside, we've got fear not, I am here, I am Leo the unstoppable, king of the jungle, hear me roar. And on the inside, got this, starting fresh. I've got my, my wands in front of me, so again, fire sign. I can see where I'm going, but it's a little bit new, and I think I'll just make sure I take this slowly and be carefully. But on the outside, my dragon face will remain. The advice, the spiritual advice for this week is to rest. You can't get much clearer than that. And Leos are so go, 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 action, action, action. Coming out of your season, it's really good advice to have a little rest, meditate on this fresh start that you're going into. And it could be career, it could be you moving, it could be anything. It could be starting fresh, letting go of old habits. It could be reviewing past beliefs that you need to let go of, and I'll go into that more a bit later. It can be anything, but it's a fresh start and it's divinely guided. So whatever it is, you've got the full backing behind you. However, as I said before, don't rush into it. Take some time out, regain your energy, meditate on what you'll need, and just take it step by step. Because in the second week, we start off with the Six of Swords. And that is going back, I don't know if you can see it. Typically it's going back to your childhood. It could be somebody coming back from your past, but in this situation, I'm getting a very strong feeling of you going back and looking at things, taking a different look at them, having a look at what you can learn from your past so that you can grow from it and move on from it. And in this case, I think they're supposed to be swimming because of the turtle. But if you look at the card, I hope you can see it, it looks to me like the kids are flying. So it's like Peter Pan and Neverland, not wanting to grow up. Yet the turtle is a very old creature, a very wise creature. So I think you could be learning from your past, growing from it, and letting go of the illusions of your childhood. You know, sometimes we all wish we didn't have to grow up, but in this case, I think you need to let that go and just enjoy the fact that you had that, whether it was good or bad, you can be grateful for it because it's made you who you are. So week 2, it will be the review week. Week 2's review. So there you go. Remember that. Because underneath you've got the 7 of Cups, and that's illusion. It's a delusion of thinking. It can be so many things to choose from. Some people see it as total abundance, but in this, I see it as a follow-up from the past in really looking at what's real from what's not and discerning between the two, what's real and what's not, and stepping out of the delusions that you might have had. Maybe it's understanding why somebody did what they did, and challenging the beliefs that you'd previously held. Ultimately, we're all people and we're all doing the best we can. I'm not excusing anything that happened to you that was damaging or traumatic. I'm not saying that. I'm saying now you get to look at things differently to how you saw them as a child. You are now able to see things in a different way than how you saw them when you were a child, because it's a different time period and you're a different person. Just ponder that, because the advice is for this week, it's the spider's web. And in this situation, I feel like it's being stuck, being wrapped up by sticky past beliefs and past experiences, and seeing it as being trapped, feeling like you're trapped, but you're not. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This card is about feeling stuck, and very Leo is thinking you have to do everything on your own. Don't think you have to do everything on your own. There are helpers out there, and they can help you get out of the stuck, get out of the past beliefs that are holding you stuck. So that's a pretty heavy week. It's more about week 2 is more about challenging your beliefs that are holding you back so that you can move forward. Because in week 3, things are looking up. You've got the Ten of Wands. Now in most decks it's exhaustion, it's coming to the end of the road where you've just got to lay your burdens down. And in this one, it looks to me like a bit of a celebration that it's the end. You've worked really hard, you've done the hard yards, you can put your burdens down and actually have a bit of a celebration. Because on top of that fell out the Nine of Pentacles. And that's, I love the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just trying to get this lighting right. It's the celebration card for hard work, for independent hard work. It's really stepping into your own. Acknowledging yourself, acknowledging the hard work you've done, and really not bragging and not boastful, but being genuine in your feelings of worth and achievement, that you have worked very hard and faced things that you didn't really want to face and come out the other end and you've actually achieved it. I just heard rite of passage. It's like when in Indigenous cultures you go out and you go through this transformation, you know, either to become a man or to become a woman. You go through this transformation and it's hard, it's not easy. And that's the feeling I'm getting from this, is that you've faced your fears in starting something new, and that new is facing past beliefs and illusions and delusions fair in their face, you know, really fronting up to them and saying, are you true? No. Well, okay, how can I let you go? How can I get out of the trap of the spider's web? And you do it. So then you get to lay down the burdens, release them, and step into a real celebration of achievement. In the moon position, in the in the hidden position, or things that you might not be aware of yet, is the Justice card. And I'm getting that, you know, if you look at this card, while he doesn't seem overly happy, because in the show he wasn't happy to be sitting in that position, but he's leaning back, he's not all rigid and stressed, he's kind of leaning back like a big sigh. Like, finally, I get this feeling that justice has been served. That I am seeing myself the way I always wanted to see myself, regardless of what other people think or say or how they see me. The justice is I've reviewed everything and I've faced myself in my misconceptions and things that I can work through, and I've come out the other side. And I feel, regardless of whether, you know, anybody else has been held accountable for their actions, or it's not about anybody else or anything else. It's about how I handle my thoughts and beliefs. And in that, in going through what I've gone through, I feel that justice has been served, in that I can now release all that burden and that pent up emotion based on a misconception. You've got the Blue Angel here for the advice at the end of this week. And in this deck, typically, she's the angel that takes loved ones to the other side when they leave us. And she helps take care of them, but also to help you communicate with them. She's the angel that helps keep them with you and around you. So in this situation, Either she's protecting you, or she's bringing through messages of love and support. Because ultimately we're not alone. We might think we're alone, we might think we're unique, that nobody else is going through what we're going through, has ever gone through what we've gone through. But again, that's a lie. It's not true. And we are constantly surrounded by spirits, loved ones who desperately want to shine a light on our light, who want to help us see our inner light and our inner worth. But we have to give them permission to do that. And I think the advice this week, the third week in September, is to let them help, let them support you while you go through this. And while you succeed at going through this, you can do it. I mean, shit. If Leos can't do it, then who can? You know, get your roar on, Leo. In the fourth week, the first card that came out was the Eight of Wands in reverse. So it's a real internal thing. You're not going to, typically Eight of Wands is messages coming in fast, or, you know, internet communication, fast. It's fast acting. It's fast movement. And in reverse, this is saying that this is a slow process, Leo. You can't rip through this process. It's a real process. But coming out on top of that is the Six of Wands. And 2 weeks before, you've got the Six of Cups, and now you've got the Six of Wands, which is triumph. And in this card, the wand is a cane. It's a support. So you have triumph in what you've gone through, but it's accepting support that gives you that triumph. And this comes back to the Blue Angel, asking for support. In the for you, a lot of this reading in the moon position isn't things you've been hiding from other people or keeping under wraps. It's stuff that's been hidden from you that you haven't realised is there. Because in the last, I was off in La La Land while I was waving that card around. In the last week in the moon position, you've got the Magician. Now, whether you're a Game of Thrones fan or not, you don't have to see him, this card, as a bad magician. It's just someone who has all the tools at his disposal and uses them. He doesn't waste any opportunity. He uses every tool in his arsenal. And that creates the world that he wants. He is the creator of his world. And this is what you're not recognizing yet. It's coming. Because Leos are very good at, on the outside, having it all together. But on the inside, you know, see of it like a lion on the outside and a kitten on the inside. And what this kitten doesn't realise is that he's a magician. He's a magic kitten. So he doesn't need to roar and do it all on his own. He can ask for help and support and use his innate abilities with the support of others to dreaming fairy. I love fairies. Dreaming fairy, create a world where his dreams come true, her dreams come true. You have the power. You have all the power. You know, the last card, there was 2 cards that fell out for the advice for the last week. It's just, the last one is glow. I love that because the dreaming fairy and the glow fairy are very similar colouring. And it's almost like the stars in the dreaming fairy. They're just, it's kind of like flowing out, and this is your inner glow then coming out after you've done all the work and peeled back all the layers and got out of the spider's web by asking for help. And come to grips and appreciate and be grateful for the achievements you've reached. But know that there's still help there. You don't have to do anything on your own. Ask for help. Get the support for the reward, for the achievement, for the success. Be prepared to do it slowly and discover your own innate abilities to create the world you want to create. I think that's beautiful. And if anyone can face that challenge, because it is a challenging month, that is a challenging month. If you are going to seriously walk your path, then it's automatic that you're going to have to face some goobies from your past. And you have the strength and the fire to do that and come out the other end extra strong, extra glowing. I just got a visual of, you know, the man standing in the wind and shaking his golden mane. I just got that visual for glow. Oh my God, that's so cheesy. It's awesome. Anyway, with this month, I'm finishing off the readings with a Rebel deck card. So if you're fragile, or if you just don't appreciate swear words, then I will not be offended if you turn off now. But I thought it'd be fun to end off with some, down to earth, in your face kind of advice for the month. Ah, that's pretty clear and pretty simple. Love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. And I think that's pretty good for this month. It's also pretty good for this reading. Get some came first because quite often we're more likely to give it than to receive it because we feel like we're not worth it. So get some, let some love in. Give some, and not just to other people. Give yourself some loving. It will cheer you up. It'll make you smile. It'll make you see that you have a glorious golden path in front of you, and it's just yours for the taking. I love you guys. You're just beautiful and all shiny and glowy, and keep your chins up. I love you, and I'll see you next month. Hugs, and as always, kisses.